Alright, hopefully it's working. I think that works. Right, that works, yeah. Alright. Alright, good evening. I'm gonna be painting an A10 Warthog today. I'm gonna be selling this soon, but I do want to make it look good. Hello, Lacey Amouche. How are you today? Let's see. Yeah, this one for right now is this one here is for sale. I think right now this isn't going like online sale, but I'm offering these out to friends or family and stuff. So I just want to get I just want to get this sold out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work and on painting these. So let's get a little bit of silver going. I think silver will be used in on the gun, maybe a little bit on some of the engines there. Definitely gonna need a little bit of black. Let's go ahead and get just a little bit of black going. And for the gun. Actually, maybe I should sand just a little bit of this down first. You know, I think I'm gonna sand it down just a little bit. Hang on a minute. I just remembered I don't have sandpaper. That'll be fine. It's not too big of a deal. The gun here. It's gonna be painted up first. Oh, that's probably worth taking off anyway. Don't want to get paint on the canopy, like the cockpit area. Let's go ahead and also bring out just a little bit of that silver. Actually, no, the smaller brush would do way better for that. See, let's dry that off just a bit there. I think for right now, they're just the tiny little front details. Let's get just a little more silver there. Yeah, just a little bit of paint there. That would do. And then, so I think the first part here, I should get maybe on the gear, but I think I'm gonna wait till I'm done with maybe the missiles here. Thinking maybe the weapons. That might do, yeah. Hello, Izzy Fizzy. Right now we are painting an A10 Warthog. I'm gonna mix in just a little bit of gray to get the inside of the engines up here. So give that just a minute. right. I think that's an overall pretty good color. Actually, I do want to go a little lighter with the black. I think so far this is overall not too bad for a color. The color I have on the brush there. I don't know if the camera's focusing in on that or what, but I think it works. Did I model the plane by myself? No, I did not. I bought this off of AliExpress. It's a 1144 A10 Warthog. Wait, that's a way lighter shade of gray. I like that. That works. Let's get in just a little bit of stuff going right there. Just a little bit of stuff, just a little bit. Okay, this is already not the greatest, but it's okay. It's okay. I think the inside of that will be fine for now. Let's get just a little more paint going on there. Just a little more, just a little more. Tiny dab, tiny dab. Let's get just a little more in there as well. Or at least on that side. Yeah, it came with like no color on it. I'm just customizing this right now on my own. But since I'm selling it and I'm also customizing it, I'm charging just a little more for it. So on AliExpress, it was like $3. I'm charging about $5 for this. This will have a little bit of wash on there. Your art skills are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I think I've been modeling for the past like year or so by now. So I've had a little bit of practice with this. That's not weird. One other thing about the A10, or at least this A10 model that I'm trying to paint up right now. Besides the fact that I'm selling it, this isn't the only plane I'm gonna sell right now. I've got a couple other planes I'm gonna sell. For example, I'll list a few. I might show you guys them here in just a minute after I get the backs, the back of the engines painted up here. Hang on. Let's get just a little more paint in there. Yeah, that works, that works. All right, so some other ones I'm gonna sell would be something like the J10 and the J31. I'm gonna go grab them real quick. That's right. So this here is the J31. I forgot the nickname for it, but I think you can put the link to your models in your description on YouTube. Maybe. I'll see if I can maybe edit that after this is uploaded. But this is the J31. Like I said before, I forgot the nickname to it, so if I had to describe what it looked like, I'd say something like the F-35 and the F-22 merged. Like this entire top half here, or front half, is like the F-35 part, but then the back half is like the F-22. It's a Chinese aircraft. It's a Chinese aircraft. I'm gonna put this back. And then right here is the, yeah, it does look like an F-35 a bit. But this other one here is the J10. I think it was called like a Vigorous Dragon. I don't quite remember the nickname. But this one here reminds me a lot of like a Chinese style F-16 and Typhoon Eurofighter merged together. So that's for one. I'm trying to think what else on the A10 besides the weapon and the gear did I need to paint it. Oh, I figured it out. Yeah, get some black going again. I think I need like the little brush. Yeah, the little brush works. Yeah. All right, let's get the black. And let's get this little nub right here. I think I need to get a little more water out of that. Hang on. Do I need to get more water? Oh yeah, I definitely need to get more water out there. Definitely need to get more water out. Yeah. Yeah, that's doing a lot better. I think once the gear and missiles are painted up, or weapons I should really say, I'm gonna get the wash in on this. I should probably use a metallic for like the cockpit or like the mechanic area. Yeah, let's get some of this going. Again, I need to drain out more water from the brush, or else the water is going to mess around with the paint, and then the paint and water are all over the jet and stuff, and then I just can't fix that. Or, well, I can fix that, it's just I prefer not to, or not having to. One of those, whichever one. Okay, that was not the best. That's also because of the water. I blame the water for that. I blame it all on the water. Maybe I should get just a little more of a thicker paint splotch in on this. No, that's not going too well. That's not going too well. You know what? I'm gonna let this be the way it is. I will give it a second coat of paint sometime later. That'll be fine. Maybe I can like take this apart. Maybe this will help me. Yeah, this will help me for sure. This is a snap together model, by the way, so don't think it's broken yet. Alright, see you, Ghost Kitty. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see what else there is to do here. So this isn't quite broken, but I took some of the pieces apart. Voice crack, I'm sorry. It's not broken. It's not broken. Trust me, it's not broken. Let's get some of the missiles painted up. I should probably grab some white paint or maybe some like a lighter gray kind of paint, because missiles are normally those kind of colors. What is this? I don't know what acrylic finisher is. I ain't never seen that thing in my life. Oh, it's the fonts. Okay, sorry. I heard like a weird sound. It sounded like a dog breathing really heavily. I was like, what is that coming from? But no, it's just a cardboard box. Like messing around and stuff. But, let's see. I think I should maybe paint the really long end weapons back here, like a white color. I think white works for that best, so. I don't know, it just feels like it would be like a white color. The box is not living. It just sounded like a dog breathing really heavily. I'm trying to think. How could I do this? Maybe I should just like throw it all in. Or should I take the piece? I should take the piece off. Yep, that's way better. That's way better. Like I said before, it is not broken. It's not broken. I will repeat, it's not broken. And again, it's too watery. Actually, that might be better. I don't quite know. But then I have said I've been like modeling for about a year. I haven't really painted all that much until I want to say March. March of this year. Undertale? I don't really know much about Undertale. Isn't that where, like, Sans or something like that comes from? Or am I thinking of Deltarune? Deltarune. I don't really know much about it. Sorry. Let's see. Crap. I'm about to drop that. I'm not trying to drop this. Maybe I should use, like, tweezers to hold that. Hang on, I'll be right back. I got some. Send the water to the underground with Sans? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Hang on, I'm trying to, like, balance that. Oh. I got paint all over me, but that's okay. Mistakes are what make you, I guess. I don't know. No, I already messed up that part on the side. You know what? That's okay. That's okay because I can just get that paint off whenever the paint dries. And then I just kind of like peel it off. Worst case scenario, the rest of the paint on this missile peels off. Okay, so I think I might give this like a second coat sometime later. Sorry, I realized I'm not even pointing this towards the camera. Sans lives there. All right, cool. Like I said before, voice crack, I'm sorry. Like I said before, I don't quite know too much about Deltarune. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Undertale, that's what it was, my bad. I don't really know much about Undertale. Don't tell me this one was glued in. Okay, this one's not glued in. Thankfully. Here, let's get some of that paint off there. You're gonna go now? Alright. See you, Samwoosh. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Probably isn't my best attempt at painting. But like I said before, I mean, second coats can definitely do or make a much better difference. Want to stay for 5 minutes? All right, cool. Let's see. Okay, so that missile should be good. If I were to take a different missile. No, don't tell me that one's glued in too. No, this one's glued in. One thing I will mention about this A10 is that I technically didn't even build this. Alright, see you, Samwoosh. I technically didn't even build this. My cousin built this. And some parts are, like, glued in. I don't know if you guys can see like the glue and stuff all over that, but yeah, there's definitely parts that I cannot take out of this. And that's technically not even my fault. In which I will try to do something about. So if I already just set that down there. Sorry, my nose is... I should probably go blow my nose. Alright, so one other thing. Thank you so much for the support, Samwoosh. Okay, so one other thing is my cousin built this. Let's see what I can do to get some gray going on the other missiles. So that'll definitely look better. Trying to think what would make this thing look best. Let's see what other little spots and gizmos and other things about this I could totally get. Let's grab a little more paint on there. So that'll look better. That definitely looks better. To anybody new in the stream, I'm painting an A10 Warthog that I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell it. It's not gonna be like an online sell thing. Just if y'all are wondering. I'm gonna be selling this out to like friends or family or something like that. Maybe, just maybe. Got a few other aircraft I'm gonna paint. I don't really know when I'm gonna paint them, but I think maybe, just maybe this Friday, or maybe even like Saturday or Sunday, I can get started on painting the other aircraft as well. Oh wait, let's get just a little more of this and get just a little more of that. All right, yeah, that looks better. That looks so much better for sure. And then let's get just a little bit of the lighter gray and move it off to, I actually think those look better white. No, light gray works. Light gray works. I'm cool with that. Light gray definitely works on these. It's probably a lot of paint, but then again, that's okay. These missiles are kind of tricky. It depends mainly on where and how you're painting them. All right. That looks way better already. Does that look good? I think that looks pretty good. I'll definitely go back over these with another coat of paint. So if these look kind of like they're not necessarily all that well painted, I'll go back over it. I'll go back over it. It'll be fine. Trust me. Like watch it like not be fine. I would laugh so hard at that, but then again, that would also be kind of embarrassing. Okay, so these missiles are definitely doing a little bit better. All right, yeah, that works. I see that works. I'm gonna move this out the way. Hello there, Duncan Wicker. How are you today? I'm sorry, I just had to hit the other accent, I guess. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of white going. On these guys. Good to hear that, Duncan. I'm gonna just call you Duncan. I'm gonna go ahead and drain out some of the water. Here, if I were to grab like another towel or something. And maybe drain out some of that water. Laying on this guy. It looks so much better. Oh no, I got some of the paint on the wing there. And that is why we have water. Rare footage of water proving useful when painting. Besides flushing out your brush for a different color. Let's see. Get back some of that white there. That's a lot of white. Probably let that drain out just a bit. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, just as long as I'm careful with it. As long as I'm careful. And I don't let it clump up too much in one spot. That'll be okay. I think that looks good being white, right? For anybody new here, I'm going to be painting up this A10, and I got some paint on the side of there. Oops. I'm gonna be painting up this A10, and I'm gonna sell it for, I'm thinking maybe around like $6. Because I technically didn't build this, but I am customizing it, or at least painting it a bit. So I think that's one reason why I could bring up the price for more than however much I bought it for. I think that looks good. Let's see about this back part here. How does it look with the back part on? just by assumption. I think that looks good. It kind of looks like the AT, or not the AT, the A10 PAC version, where it doesn't really have that little canopy dome. That'll be fine. No, I think those little underside, I'm assuming those are like fuel tanks or maybe even little, I don't know. I'm gonna paint those like a bit of a brownish gray, if that makes sense, for its color. Let's see. This probably isn't the best of my painting abilities. But you know what? It is okay. Let's see. So we've got these parts painted up. Oh, I definitely need to get the top of that. I'll get to that here in just a minute or so. It'll all be fine. Yeah, that works. That seems to do the job. Sorry, my nose is going off again. Should probably go blow my nose before I paint up the rest of that missile. I'm gonna bear it back. All right, let's get back to it. All right, straighten that out. All right, that kind of works. Let's get just a little more water going on that wing there. Gotta suck that water out with a tissue or some sort of napkin. I think that looks good. I think all that's really left is painting up the gear and then getting the wash all over this. Uh-oh. Voice crack, my goodness. I'm sorry. What color did I have for that? That's right, I had that grayish, slightly brown tint. Ever so slight brown tint. Let's get this little back part on there. I think that looks pretty good. Don't worry, I have the little glass dome. It's just right here. What now? You know what? There's a part on the dome that can give like a green tint that I think the real A10 has. So let's go ahead and get a little green out. And then I think after I paint up this, we're gonna get to the gear. That was kind of loud. That works. That definitely works. That's just a canopy or the clear dome. Let's put that off to the side. Let that dry. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to work in on the gear. Don't worry, there's little white missiles here, or weapons. I'm gonna go back over with another coat of white. That way they won't look, I guess, I don't really know what the word is for it, but they won't look so weird. Or part of it's like white, and then the other part's kind of like a gray, but whatever. No, I should probably go back on the inside of the engine. Give it just a little more paint. Give it just a little more paint. Give it just a little more paint. Yeah, that works. That works. Oh. That ain't meant to happen. Okay, let's get the gear out the way. Get the water off the brush, or at least some of the water off the brush. Maybe not fully dehydrate it, but you know. Crap, I'm getting a little bit of paint on the fuselage. I don't know if anybody's like texting in the chat or whatever. I'm not reading that right now, because I'm kind of in the middle of something, as you can see. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. You know what? The paint's a little thick on that side. I'll spread it out. Spread it out in just a minute or so. Or I can just suck out the water with that using the napkin. Okay, that worked. That worked for sure. Hello, yep, the real life imagined. I don't know why I pulled that out, or pulled the accent out, but I don't know, it's something. Okay, that's pretty good so far, it's pretty good. Now I'm gonna go back over some of the missiles. And I'm gonna do a quick stretch though. I've been sitting down for the past, what, like 30 minutes? That hurt. Okay. Let's get out some of the whites again. And then go back over these. Let's let this side sit and dry for now. Let's get this one, which is a completely different missile. Okay, maybe not completely, but it's different, to say the least. Here, let me get some of the water sucked out of this one. Again, another voice crack. I'm sorry. Let's see what I can do about this. I'm not saying too much of a problem right now. It's just I don't want the paint to come out really chunky. Or maybe even under painted. Which is kind of what I'm looking at over on this part of the gear. That's a lot of paint. You know what? Just spread it out across the gear. Let's suck up some of that water again. Definitely looks a whole lot better. You know, I can maybe paint up the gear on the other A10 that I have right now. Maybe, just maybe, just maybe. Let's see what else I can do. I think that was pretty good. I'm gonna get just a little bit of water in on the bottom here. And let's soak it up to dry it up a little more. And I just made that worse. Let's get the gun painted in like another coat of black. Yeah, that works. That definitely works. I think this little top part here is actually pretty good when it comes to whether or not it's dry. I'm curious, what is this gonna look like if I put the canopy back on? Like, what is this going to I think that looks pretty good. Actually, I should take that out. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out. Let's see. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry. It's just sit like that for so long. But in the meantime, I'm going to... Okay, so in the meantime, I'm gonna paint up the gear on the other A10. So let's take that out. Take that out as well. Actually, maybe today's not the day I should do this. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, it's fine. Okay. Alright, that works. I think I'm gonna get another coat of green on the canopy dome. Just to make sure that it's on there. Alright, yeah, that worked. That worked. I don't know if the camera will focus in on that. I think you guys get the idea of what I was doing with the green on the canopy dome. Oop. Uh-oh. That wasn't meant to happen. I think the nose gear on the A10 is pretty well dried out. I think the tire is ready for painting on that. Alright, not too bad. I think that works. Perfect. And that is the nose gear of the A10 Warthog. I still have to fix the back side of these. I still have to give like another coat to backside of these missiles here. But then again, this cut still needs to dry. So we are going to wait a bit for that. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Actually, I'm gonna be right back one last time. All right, I'm back. I believe now just might be the right time for the main gear to be painted up. Here, let's mess around a little bit right there. What else? I think maybe the white missiles might be ready to be flipped over. Yeah, definitely ready. It's got the bigger brush for this one. Get just a little more white out of the bottle. Okay. Alright, let that sit and dry. And I just painted the wrong part. Or not the wrong part, but like I accidentally mispainted a bit of that. But you know what? That will be okay. And I just messed it up a little more. You know what? That shouldn't be too big of a deal. I'm gonna come back and edit this tomorrow anyway. So now I think the main gear might might be ready for the tires to be painted on them. I think the main gear is ready. Get some of that. Okay, it's still going. Okay. Good. It's still going. I was about to say that did not just end because of my little thing where it's like you have 8 hours to sleep and then you need to wake up. And I'm like, does that really matter? According to YouTube standards, yes, it does. Okay, that's not dry. But we're gonna roll with it anyway. Like I said before, I can go back and edit this tomorrow. So it's really not that big of a deal. I'd say that looks pretty good. That was actually way better than the other main gear. Alright. Voice cracked, my goodness, I'm sorry. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna end the stream here for tonight. I will definitely update whenever this is finished. I think it might be finished tomorrow, but I'm not too sure about that. But anyways, I am going to end the stream here. Good night, everybody. Goodbye, and